Imagine this. It's the height of the 19th century. Massive European ships slice through the waves of Southeast Asia, flags fluttering from Britain, France, Spain, and the Netherlands. One by one, kingdoms fall. Vietnam to the French, Burma to the British, Indonesia to the Dutch. The map of Asia is being redrawn in colonial ink. But wait, there's one spot that remains untouched. A defiant island of independence in a sea of empires. That spot? Thailand, then known as Siam. How did this kingdom escape the clutches of colonization when everyone around it didn't? Stick around because today we're diving into that incredible story. Why does this matter? In a world where empires gobbled up nations, Thailand's survival isn't just history, it's a masterclass in clever strategy, resilience, and a bit of luck. It shaped a country that's proud of its unbroken sovereignty, and it offers lessons for how underdogs can outsmart giants. Let's unpack this step by step. First, let's set the scene with some background and context. Picture Southeast Asia in the 1800s, a patchwork of ancient kingdoms, rich in spices, rubber, and resources that European powers craved. The British had already snapped up India and were eyeing Burma to the west of Siam. The French were pushing into Indochina, Vietnam, Laos, and Cambodia to the east. Siam sat right in the middle, like a juicy buffer zone between these two hungry lions. Why fight over it when you could let it stay neutral and prevent your rival from getting too close? That geographical sweet spot was key, but it wasn't just location. Siam had been a powerful player for centuries, with roots in the Ayutthaya kingdom that thrived from the 1300s until it was sacked by Burma in 1767. By the 19th century, under the Chakri dynasty, Siam was rebuilding, trading with the world, but facing the steam-powered might of Europe. The question wasn't if the colonizers would come knocking, it was how Siam would answer. Now, let's walk through the major events in sequence, like chapters in an epic tale. It all ramps up in the 1820s and 1830s, as Britain conquers Burma through a series of wars from 1824 to 1885, turning it into a province of British India. To the east, France starts nibbling at Vietnam in 1858, eventually folding it into French Indochina by 1887. Siam's King Rama III watches this nervously in the 1830s, but it's his successor, King Mongkut, Rama IV, reigning from 1851 to 1868, who steps up to the plate. Mongkut wasn't your typical isolated monarch. He signs the Bowring Treaty with Britain in 1855, opening Siam to free trade and extraterritorial rights for foreigners, basically agreeing to play by some European rules to keep the peace. Similar deals follow with France and other powers. It's a calculated give and take, lose a bit of control to avoid losing everything. Then comes the real showdown in 1893, the Paknam incident. French gunboats steam up the Chao Phraya River toward Bangkok, demanding territory. Siam resists briefly, but cedes Laos to France to de-escalate. Enter Mongkut's son, King Chulalongkorn, Rama V, from 1868 to 1910. He picks up the baton, traveling to Europe in 1897 and 1907 to charm leaders personally. In 1909, he cedes 4 southern Malay states to Britain via the Anglo-Siamese Treaty, again trading land for independence. By 1910, Siam has modernized enough to renegotiate those unequal treaties, inching toward full equality. But history isn't just dates and deals, it's people. Let's zoom in on the human stories and some surprising facts that make this tale pop. King Mongkut. He was a monk for 27 years before taking the throne, studying astronomy, English, and Western science. He even predicted a solar eclipse in 1868 that impressed European observers. You might know him from the musical The King and I, based on his tutor Anna Leonowens, though that's romanticized. In reality, he hired Western advisors to bridge cultures without surrendering control. Imagine a king corresponding with Abraham Lincoln, offering elephants for the American Civil War. That's Mongkut, forward-thinking and witty. His son Chulalongkorn, a globetrotter who abolished slavery in 1905, built railroads, and reformed the legal system to match European standards. A lesser-known detail, Siam showcased itself at world expositions like the 1900 Paris Expo, dazzling Europeans with pavilions that screamed, "We're modern too!" And here's a surprise. While neighbors fought bloody wars, Siam's leaders chose the pen over the sword, turning potential enemies into uneasy allies. But it wasn't without pain. Thousands of Siamese lost homes in those ceded territories, a human cost often overlooked. Rhetorical question. What if more leaders had Mongkut's foresight? Could the map of Asia look different today? The consequences. Siam lost about a third of its territory, but kept its heart, Bangkok and the core Thai lands, intact. No foreign flags flew over the Grand Palace. This preserved Thai culture, language and monarchy, free from the exploitation that plagued colonies. Neighbors like Vietnam endured wars and division. Burma faced resource drain. Thailand. It modernized on its terms, becoming a stable player in Asia. Fast forward to today. Thailand's tourism boasts the land of smiles, but that smile hides a fierce pride in never bending the knee. The lasting impact. A nation that values diplomacy, with a monarchy still revered. Think of the late King Bhumibol's 70-year reign until 2016. But it also meant internal challenges like inequality from rapid changes. Wrapping this up, Thailand's escape from colonization is a cinematic saga of brains over brawn, where two visionary kings turned a vulnerable kingdom into an untouchable one. The lesson, adaptation and smart alliances can defy even the mightiest empires. In our divided world, it's a reminder that negotiation often wins where force fails. What do you think? Could Thailand's strategy work today? Drop a comment below, like if you learned something new, and subscribe for more hidden histories. Hit that bell so you don't miss the next one. Thanks for watching. See you in the comments.